Arresting.
Molesting.
Oh, dude. Come on.
Jesting.
Always.
Jousting. Andrew Fauchting.
Almost.
No. There's a donut in there.
How dare you?
No.
Just right in the donut.
What's his fucking deal? What's his deal? Guy gets one vaccine shot, thinks he's better than people.
Surprised he had the strength to hold on to that match. My arm.
One vaccine shot. He's putting matches out on donuts.
We were driving here and he like made a turn. He's like, I'm starting to feel it in my arm.
You fucking little bitch.
What's up?
Nothing. That was good. Like we were really on sync there.
Yeah. Did you guys see that video actually of Jerry Judy like I don't know, I guess it might have been his friends or people from the neighborhood. Where he was just like going like one-on-one, like crushing them. If they could like cover him, he'd give him $100. He was just like, they're obviously normal people, so it's like not that crazy, but like so much separation is disgusting. Like, and they slow it down for you, and you're just like, it's crazy.
You ever think
really awesome?
I think about that all the time, just like how much we underestimate just how athletic these people are.
Oh yeah, no, like you.
They just make it look normal because they're competing against dudes who have the same level of athleticism. You know? So it's just like, oh, they're not that good. They're just like me on the field playing against people that
I could do that. Look how
are as
easy
good as
it is.
me. Yeah. You know what's actually a fucked up thought, and Scott, I'm not sure whether or not I want you to put this on camera, but like when I was younger, probably like midway through college, I believed in my heart that I could beat any girl basketball player under 6 foot tall. Like any like 5'7" WNBA player or like college women's player, I'm like, there's no way you're beating.
They're probably like better shooters than you. That's the issue. But here's the thing, though.
They're like slow. They move slow.
What ball are you using? You using a men's ball or a women's ball? It changes the game for them entirely.
Doesn't matter. I'll dunk with either of them.
Well, you can't dunk either way, so that's your problem. If you were like a 6'2" man, you could dunk. And you're like,
I think it would
be
there would be no
WNBA.
contest. Yes.
Yeah. I hate to sound like sexist, but
well, that's why I was like,
I'm like a firm believer. Like right now, if you give me like a month to train, I could beat the shit out of like any UFC woman.
That's just not true.
Under like 150
You
pounds,
would get
120
killed.
pounds. Yeah,
that I do not believe at all.
Kill them.
No, you wouldn't.
I would beat Lisa Leslie right now.
Who's
on
that?
the court? Lisa Leslie? You don't know who
Never
Lisa,
heard of Lisa Leslie.
No.
I just like can't believe that. She's like the Chuck Liddell of WNBA.
You're a sharp
WNBA.
and you don't know who Lisa
I know,
Leslie
like,
is.
Sue Bird and like Candace Parker.
You know Sue Bird. You don't know Lisa Leslie. Possibly
Lisa Leslie was like the first lady to dunk in the WNBA. I'm pretty sure she's like
famous
the
Brittany
women's
Griner.
basketball player ever.
You're like, were you born 5 years ago? You're naming people who came out the last 5 years.
Dude, I don't follow like
Lisa Leslie?
the WNBA.
I don't follow WNBA either, but Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, what kind of point is that?
She's
as
like
if we
everywhere
do.
still.
I mean, up until a week ago, I never even heard of like the WBC champion for
Still don't know what that
like,
is.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't follow every sport, and especially WNBA.
I don't think
Lisa
so.
Leslie's
I don't
the
think
most popular
following
WNBA
sport,
player of
though.
all time.
Never heard her name in my life.
That I don't. I don't believe that. I almost think it's impossible to not have heard her name.
No,
Did you grow up watching SportsCenter and everything?
Like this is not a bit, unfortunately, but like
I swear
her popularity is so high for the WNBA that I feel like it's a bit.
Does she still play right now? No. That's why I don't know who she is. I follow active
Because now you follow them?
WNBA players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only like honestly the first time I actually have any recollection of ever having WNBA like thoughts or whatever was when Brittany Griner was coming out and they were saying that she could compete in the NBA. I was like, well, that's just silly.
Yeah, she was like the next Lisa Leslie.
Okay, so there you go.
I'm pretty sure those two are like the only two who've ever dunked in a game.
I know Della Dawn, isn't that one?
Della Dawn?
Isn't she like a player for the WNBA?
I'm so over this
league. Well, I mean, I was over this conversation.
It's physically impossible for you to have never heard of Lisa Leslie.
Can you at least type her in and let me know if you'd fuck her?
Oh, like if I seen like a picture of her before, maybe?
Well, that seems a little aggressive, Nick.
Never in my life have I seen this woman. Lisa Leslie.
She was the president.
She's 48 years old. Like, you guys act like...
She created the WNBA.
Well, guess what? The WNBA wasn't a thing to me until like a month ago. Okay?
Why is it a thing to you now?
It's not. I'm sexist.
Let's
How about
cancel
that?
Animal.
Cancel me. I know Candace Parker. I told you, I got all the big names for now. Diana Taurasi.
Diana Taurasi. She was like the second GOAT after Lisa
Okay,
Leslie.
that might have been like the...
They played together, and you didn't know who that is.
What about... Listen. I don't know WNBA players, okay?
That's craziness. I'm upset with your performance already. We haven't even started the fucking episode.
This is
What's cracking, big dogs? Welcome, Bike. What's cracking, big dogs? We are a newly sponsored show by the WNBA. Animal roped us in. He pulled it in. He got on talks with Lisa Leslie and their official sponsor for the show.
Lisa Leslie's my girl. I've known her for years.
Fade the Public. My name's Nicholas. That's Animal.
Stupid
That's
fuck.
Snacks. What are we talking about today?
Stupid fuck.
That wasn't it.
I was about to say that
wasn't it.
It was like
that was
a
a bad
third
angle.
round cornerback covering him or something.
No. I'll find it later.
Dude, that was sick.
There was one where it's just amazing. Like the separation is crazy.
Is Jerry
It's crazy.
Jeudy, just real quick, is Jerry Jeudy breaking out this year, or is he going to be like a fantasy
Who's
player?
throwing him the
So
ball?
if Deshaun Watson's there,
Drew
yeah,
Lock.
easy
Drew Lock.
breakout. If Drew Lock is there, yeah, I still think he has a good chance to break out because he dropped so many passes last year that, I mean, as long as he's not dropping passes, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. There's no denying it.
It's going to be...
There's no denying it.
I mean...
He just has to catch the ball. And that's, you work on the jug machine a little bit. That's fine. It'll be good. You can't teach separation.
A wide receiver just has to catch the ball.
You can teach catching the ball. You can't teach running routes like that.
It's like the complete opposite.
I'm pretty sure it is the
All right,
complete
what are we
opposite.
talking about today?
All right, so we are going to be talking about free agency. Basically, just some predictions, not really a preview because free agency is not going to happen until next week, but we're going to give you what we think will happen.
We're filming this on Tuesday, so some of the tags are coming out. So what we say
we already
is
know
gonna be
about a few
irrelevant as
today,
shit.
which is nice. You know, a couple of the bigger names, you know, in the tight end market, in the wide receiver market. And then, are we going to do the voicemail? I don't know if we're going to play. We might play some voicemails.
Two of them are real quick.
Yep.
One of them's more thought-provoking, which we can fuck around with and get into if you want to.
And then we're going to round out the episode with a Herd of Goats, the off-season classic. Their favorite segment. Theirs, not not mine.
What's the herd of goats?
Oh, it's is it objectively loved people.
Objectively
so
loved
everybody
people.
loves these people.
These are people that when you
they're
think
like
of it,
universally liked.
No
Yeah.
flaws. Just
Yeah.
the Christian McCaffreys of people. in
I don't like
general.
Christian McCaffrey.
Not liked. I just mean there's no
For, like,
flaws.
fantasy,
no
though.
flaws in the game.
you like him for fantasy.
Yeah, when he's on the field,
Yeah.
which he wasn't this past year. So
Whatever. Get over it.
I didn't have him anywhere, so
Snacks.
didn't need him. Alvin Kamara 108, 56 burger in the championship.
Scott hit the intro. Quick timeout from the Fade the Public episode in which you are previously watching. We'll continue to watch after this giveaway, hopefully. Here's what we did. We partnered with Monkey Knife Fight. We did a giveaway in which one of y'all, we're actually giving away a few things. One of y'all are coming out, NYC headquarters, hang out with the boys for a night, 2 nights. I don't know how long this is going to be. We don't have the logistics behind it, but rest assured, I'm going to take care of you. Is the mic on? The mic's on. And I'm going to take care of you. The night's going to be on when you're here. It's going to be a great fucking time. I don't even know where I'm going to be living. My lease is up at the end of next month, so for all I know, I can be in fucking Colorado. I'm promising you a trip out to New York City. Regardless, city trip, Big Dogs Dynasty League opening, Big Dogs Redraft League with the team, and some merch. Those are the giveaways that we have on tap right now. I don't want to elongate this episode any further. I believe this is a long one, so I don't want Scott to have to edit too much in here. We're going to do this quickly. We're going to do this efficiently. We're going to do it right now. So, the winner of the HQ NYC giveaway trip, Mr. Jackson Kane, come on down. Take a motherfucking bow. Jackson, say something. Jesus Christ, be thankful. All right. 2 league spot openings. One for a Dynasty League in the Big Dogs community. One's a redraft league. 2 people. Alex Mazzola, Maz Windu, and Jordan Hoffman, the GOAT. Okay? Alex Mazzola, Jordan Hoffman. I will follow up with all of you guys afterwards via email. Y'all could DM me if you've got me open somewhere. I'll reach out to you and we'll figure out the logistics afterwards. But congratulations to you 3 on the giveaway so far. We got Jackson Kane, HQ spot, Alex Mazzola, Jordan Hoffman, all getting in the fucking leagues with us. Got some merch spots. Naveed Virgi. I fucked that up. I know I did. Naveed Virgi. Virji. Okay? Love you for that. Carlos Gonzalez, both getting some merch. So again, I'm going to email you guys afterwards. We're going to figure out whatever the fuck you want on the website, merch-wise. We're going to get it shipped out to you. Everything is going to be all expenses taken care of for all of these giveaways. For the leagues, we're going to figure out between the two of you which one you guys want to be in. If it's redraft, if it's dynasty. If you both want to be in the same one, we're going to have to flip a coin. We're going to do it fair and square. Otherwise, that's the giveaway. I'll follow up with y'all afterwards. Thank you for everybody that participated. Just know it helped the brand. It helped thy brand. and it helps us continue to create. So thank you again for joining. Back to the episode. The Combine, Fade the Public Combine, coming April 3rd. We're filming it. Should be out either a week or two after that. We didn't let you down. The NFL let you down. We did not. Okay.
Yeah,
Combine
we're just giving,
incoming.
you know what it is we want the level, the playing field to be a little more level. So, got to give me a little time to get in shape, you know?
You didn't even start training.
You said last week you already started training.
I started training this week. I'm going to start training now. By the time you guys have seen this episode, I will have already started training.
No, it's Friday. You said next week.
No, I said this week because now I know the date.
So you're just going to start, like, when you say things, you're just like, I'm going to start this week. You just do it on, like, a Thursday?
I'm like a fighter, man. Like, when I get the date of the event, I start training. I know when.
So what day this week you're going to start?
I'm like 3 weeks out, right?
As of this upcoming
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm starting the 10th.
So
That's
tomorrow.
Yeah. You're damn right, baby.
I started yesterday.
That's okay. You're going to need it. You need that extra day.
I need to not train.
You need that extra day
to be on a level playing field.
You need that extra
you know how
day.
fast I am?
All right. Did we come back from the intro?
Yeah, we've been bike.
All right, free agency preview. Let's get into it. We're going to give you some possible landing spots, some predictions, maybe some scenarios. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Do we want to start with wide receivers, or do we want to start with running backs, or do we want to just go all over the place?
Why don't we talk real quick about who's already signed the tag and who we know is not going to?
So
as of right
Godwin
now.
got tagged officially.
Do we envision a bounce back year for Godwin? Because like last year he got pushed up to the he was like late second, early third round of most drafts. Didn't quite pan out, but like to be fair, a lot of moving parts, a lot of injuries on the offense, which like kind of had him in and out of different roles and in and out of the lineup and shit.
Getting used to Tom Brady.
I'm like really into a Godwin bounce back,
yeah, I could be
but not at
excited
the
about
same
Chris
price.
Godwin.
He'd have to be like a fourth round pick.
If
or
I
something.
can get Godwin a little cheaper than what I got him for last year, I feel like he's going to give you the same value, if not more. That's a great buy.
Yeah, I'm in on a Godwin bounce
Wasn't
back.
he a little banged up this year? Didn't he miss?
He like broke his finger. I'm pretty sure had like a little hamstring.
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, second year with Tom Brady, they'll have some better chemistry.
That team's gonna be really good.
The better part of the second half and in the playoffs, it was like Godwin's show. So
That's what I mean,
could definitely see him completely taken off again next year.
My biggest concern would be that Godwin is still not going to be the touchdown guy there. He's going to be more of the, like, he'll get like 78 yards.
Yeah.
No touchdown. While Mike Evans is the clear-cut red zone guy. Like,
my bigger concern is Tyler Johnson just makes him a bench warmer.
I feel like Tyler Johnson will take the Antonio Brown role. And then you'll still have
they're
going to
bring everybody fucking bike.
I think so.
I think they just run back the whole fucking offense.
Well, I mean, while we're here, Antonio Brown.
Free agent. He's weird.
I don't see him going anywhere else.
That's what I mean.
There's
like,
only one place he's
not going to settle
it's
in
whatever
like,
team Tom Brady's on. So.
Yeah, he's not going to settle for like Las Vegas. Just take a contract again. I feel like it's
well,
TV.
and that, he already burned that
Vegas,
bridge.
but yeah.
Too.
Yeah, but just in general.
No,
you know
I
what I'm
know.
talking
Yeah, no, it's either he's going to play for the Bucs or he's going to retire.
Imagine he just goes to the Chiefs
or die.
Pulls a KD.
I mean,
that would make.
He would
imagine Brown and Hill opposite each other. That'd be sick.
Yeah, you got McCole Hardman there. So
I was waiting for it.
He got really pissed too. his eyes like lit up. You guys couldn't see it. I saw it. His eyes got real big.
Waiting for it.
They probably can't see because we're probably blurry again. To be honest.
Yeah, right.
We faded again.
We actually tested the camera before, so if it is blurry, then
it's your fault.
Something just hates us.
It's your fucking fault, not ours.
All right. So Antonio Brown's staying.
Skirt.
Yeah, I think that Bucs.
So who else got the franchise tag? We have
Kenny Golladay did not.
No, he did
Which
not.
opens up the question: how bad can the Lions be this year?
Please.
So Marvin Jones is going to be gone too. They got Quintus Cephas, who was a rookie last year. Semi-interesting. If he's on your dynasty wire, I would absolutely inquire upon him. What does this mean for T.J. Hawkinson?
A lot of
fans,
targets.
or do we just think he's not a ceiling player?
So right now the problem is, I don't know anything about T.J. Hawkinson because he's got a whole new quarterback now. Like
got a whole new quarterback.
With Stafford, yeah, I like him, but with Goff, who knows? Who knows what to expect? I wouldn't be surprised if like Detroit brings in like a Josh Reynolds or something like that, and then now you got that familiarity with Goff and Reynolds, and he's just thrown into. I don't like it. I didn't think Everett or Higbee were really big hits in
I think
LA.
you're gonna be drafting Hawkinson for his floor, but like his ceiling is gonna be priced in that I don't think is really there anymore. He's gonna go off the board like tight end 4 or 5 probably this year, and I don't think he's not gonna provide like.
He's gonna be like a 600
yard for ceiling. Yeah, like end of the season, you might have fine numbers. But like, I want guys that can actually like move the needle on a weekly basis. You know,
yeah.
I just don't see him being like the big yardage guy where you would want him to be, and he'll just be more of like a red zone target. And
it really is a shame because after this past year, he was well on the ascension.
You know what I can't wait for when he has like 1,200 yards and like 11 touchdowns. Like
absolute
he's
goat.
Tight end 1 clear cut. Yeah. Oof, gonna be nice.
So Detroit, Galladay's gone. Possible landing spots, obviously.
I mean,
New York?
Yes, I hope so. I think
Jets?
the Giants should do either. Well, both of them should. In theory,
Jets,
they have young quarterbacks.
I could see Baltimore. I could see.
No, please no.
No one wants that.
No. Miami is a fit. I mean, if New England really wants to upgrade their weapons, but I can't see anybody wanting to go to New England right now with not knowing who the quarterback is.
Not the same.
I think you look at teams with these younger quarterbacks that need to make a splash on the outside.
Cam and Galladay together.
Oh
my god,
it's spicy.
I think both New York teams make sense. I think the Dolphins make a lot of sense.
Okay, for Dynasty, like Galladay's in a weird spot because he had that like big year, and he was like relatively.
He's a
new.
possession guy.
Here's the thing: he was relatively like new to the NFL. I'm pretty sure he's going to be. How old is he?
27.
He's gonna be like 28, like when the season starts, or like after this. He's gonna be kind of old.
Kind of old.
You know, he came in late and hasn't had like back-to-back consistent fantasy production years. So like, and he was probably drafted as the dynasty wide receiver like 12 in startups last offseason before we knew this shit was gonna happen.
I think he could have been well on his way this year to putting up another, back-to-back great years. Obviously got hurt, and I think he faked that injury very much so. But he didn't push himself back to get into
the linger. Does
anyone blame him?
No,
absolutely not. He wants to get paid.
I'm happy he did that.
Fucking Kenny Payday, baby.
I don't think I like Galladay anywhere.
No, I don't think I do either.
Like now that you bring that up, I'm starting to think about it. Like if he goes to the Giants, okay,
Dynasty is going to be overvalued.
No offense, but like Daniel Jones throwing the ball is not enticing. Lamar Jackson throwing the ball is not enticing.
Is there any realistic landing spot where we're buying in and redraft?
Green Bay. I know they're looking for
I can't imagine. That'd be wild.
It would be. I think it's way too much money. Like
I need to pull
Adams and Galladay together. So that's why I know we're going to talk about Will Fuller, but I feel like Will Fuller is probably perfect in Green Bay. But
that landing spot
for Kenny, no, I'm telling you, it's going to be one of these teams with like that young quarterback.
What about if like Philly signs one of these wide receivers? No.
Kenny Galladay could be the new Alshon Jeffrey.
What? Just terrible.
Well, terrible, old, and hurt.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If OBJ goes somewhere, someone can go to Cleveland. Because they need.
Well, I would like Kenny. I don't know if I like anybody. They can run the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
And then
the thing with Kenny Galladay is he's a possession guy. He's just gonna make big catches, and he's not gonna. No, he doesn't have. What's his run after the
Kenny
catch?
G to Indy.
What's
that's
Kenny,
not bad.
Kenny G's run
with
after
Carson
the catch?
Wentz. That's actually a clever
Yak.
one.
I mean, listen, he's one of those guys built like Mike Evans. He's not giving you yak.
I know.
What about Oakland?
You need a guy with a big arm to like.
That's a spot. That's a landing spot.
Derek Carr. There you go. But they already have so much wide receiver.
They do. I don't know how much
they don't know what they're even going to do.
Ruggs is going to stretch the field. He's going to run long, like you said. Kenny's going to possess the ball.
Is Brian Edwards going to ever play? Like, there's so many guys.
Yeah.
Brian Edwards, I like a lot.
They still have Hunter
I
Renfrow.
feel like
there
they
in
just
the
don't
slot.
care. They just keep throwing shit against the wall, and they're like, whatever sticks, and they just have a whole mess of shit that didn't stick on the floor.
It's funny. Like I think Kenny's a pretty safe player in free agency to pay. Like you probably know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And Las Vegas has handed out some shit contracts the past few years.
It's so disappointing. Like you said, he's very safe floor. He's one of like the actual really good wide receivers in the NFL. It sucks that like in a perfect scenario, his ceiling could have been wildly high, and I just don't think we ever hit that.
No, especially now. Now. So
I think the only place I like him is if he goes to the Rams.
I mean, yeah, but that's like the same thing.
Back with Stafford.
The same thing
No
with the Raiders.
Well, he won't. But that's
They
the only
paid
place
Cup. They paid.
Would
Woods,
you try and trade Woods and bring in Galladay? Is that something that would
If Stafford wants it, then yes.
They
I
already
don't know about
have that
I
chemistry
feel like that
there.
changes the whole offense because Woods is such a key piece of the versatility of the fucking offense.
It's also like a very lateral move too. I don't know how much of a difference Trees and Galladay are. So
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, like Woods is great. I question how many players can probably do what Woods does in that role.
yeah.
You know,
Well, he takes the sweeps. He takes fucking
that's what I mean.
screens.
Yeah.
He gets
but like any
runs.
athletic wide receiver, I feel like for the most part can do a lot of. Woods is a great player. But I don't want to undermine that, but like
I think Cooper Kupp can do the stuff that he does.
I think you know what if they're gonna go for it and pay all this money to a 33-year-old edge rusher. What about like Arizona with Kyler?
That's
next to
interesting.
DeAndre Hopkins. That's not bad. That's another. But
It's
that's
just
like
like
the
at
Green
what
Bay
point-
thing. That's a lot of money at the wide receiver.
It's just like at what point does the upgrades to the Arizona fucking offense actually do anything for them?
I know.
You know what I
He's
mean?
probably
There's
just
such a
stays the
weird
same,
offense. Yeah. All right, let's move away.
So
from
there's a
fucking
couple
Robinson.
landing spots. Well, I think he's the big ticket now because I think Robinson's getting tagged.
I would take Juju over Galladay.
What?
Yeah.
You're so,
Absolutely not.
You are You are so fucking stupid today. You come in saying you don't know who Lisa Leslie is, and then I was almost gonna say Lisa Ann, and I'm like, you definitely know who Lisa Ann is. And then you're saying Juju over Galladay. Just you, out of all people who hates the dance and hates all this shit, you want Juju over Kenny Galladay.
He's still young. He's 25, man. You can mature.
I don't really care.
People mature. That's what happens.
I think he sucks. He had one great year with
yet
Antonio
to see
Brown.
that for a lot of people.
it takes time for some people, but
He sucks.
nah. Well, let's talk about Juju. He's free agent.
Jets.
Yeah?
That's who I think.
I don't know.
Juju.
I think
Juju to Las Vegas or the
I
Jets.
wouldn't want him in New York because of all the things that you just said.
Oh,
anywhere
it would
he's
be a
going,
dis-
he's
it would be
going
a
to sign in a
disaster.
big market city
Yeah.
Right.
where he's not going to have focus on football again.
New York's too big of the market.
New York's too big.
would
Las
be a
Vegas is
disaster.
going to be too spicy for his ass, even though he's not like a drinker or a sinner per se. I don't think so. Maybe
No, he
it
just
could
wants
work.
to have fun.
It's flashy, yeah.
I'm not going to say he doesn't care about football because that's what people will say. Like, oh, he cares more about partying and being a celebrity. Like I thought about that with Odell. I think Odell showed a lot of signs of like he cares more about being.
Juju's more grounded though. He's not like he doesn't take that shit to the extreme. I don't think Juju's really like a partier. I don't think he drinks or smokes. Or
The
anything.
guy was like 23 or 24, like
Yeah.
coming up in the NFL. He was the youngest player in the NFL at one point. So I mean,
Yeah, that's all well and good. And he had one great year, and that's when Antonio Brown was still like normal and killing it in Pittsburgh. So.
Yeah, it was like his rookie year. The second half of it basically transitioned straight into his sophomore year. So he had like a year and a half straight of just like elite production, and it was at such a fucking young age that there was only up to go, and then he just
Yeah.
this year, like
Yeah.
I'm out on
this year was a down year for him. But you're also talking about an offense that there was absolutely no run game. So when they were throwing it, they were throwing it a lot. But Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson was getting like 11 targets a game.
I mean, Claypool and Deontay both dominated. Like,
Yes.
Juju with Antonio Brown out, Juju should have assumed the role of the alpha, and he just
And he
didn't.
just never did.
Yeah, so I just don't think Juju's that great of a player outside of being in a really good situation.
Yeah, I'm out on him.
So what situation would be best for him where you would like him in fantasy?
I tweeted about this. The only spot I could see where his value actually goes up is Green Bay. He plays the Randall Cobb role, similar to what he did
Anybody
with
with
Jordy Nelson.
Rodgers is,
If you have Devontae on the outside like Jordy Nelson was, Randall Cobb racked up like 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. You know, back in the day when it was just like take whatever wide receiver 2 was on the Packers are going to put up 10 touchdowns.
He could
Juju
be
in
that
Green
guy.
Bay would make a lot of sense in terms of a place where his value can go up. Otherwise,
There really isn't another
I don't think there's another landing spot for it. I would be interested in him in Miami a little bit. I don't know why. I just think that offense is kind of open for someone to like make a lot of plays.
I
there.
just hate Tua.
Yeah, but Juju doesn't really run like downfield routes, so it's like easy short passes for
Well,
him.
I was going
hitter,
to
quick hitter.
suggest, what about the Colts?
I don't know if he's like good enough to take over that wide receiver core. Like if he's
Who's there? It's Pittman and Campbell. T.Y. Hilton, sure, but was he really there? Is he even
They're
gonna be
all
back?
good enough, I think, to compete with him.
Is Campbell good enough? He's been hurt. We don't
He's
really
been
know.
hurt.
We
I don't
haven't
know if he's
seen
gonna do
enough.
anything.
You've at least seen enough from Juju where and they have the money.
They have
Yeah,
a ton of money.
I don't know. Something in me just doesn't get excited about.
Wentz
the
isn't a
landing
big downfield throw guy. He needs someone
Juju
like
doesn't.
that.
Juju to me with the Colts and Ballot, Juju doesn't seem like a fit there.
That's why I
can
like
understand it. That's why you like it.
Yeah, it's not like a big market. He's not going to be. He's just going to. The Colts are a football franchise where like they're all.
I just think
Peyton Manning
he's
guided
so
the
sick.
way.
Okay, what are the Pittsburgh Steelers? They're not a football franchise.
Mike Tomlin's a player's coach. I don't think he controls.
And Frank Reich is a disciplinarian.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not going to start getting into that aspect of it. I don't really know.
But I'm saying, but you're
I don't
saying
wanna-
like Indianapolis is like a football culture. Football. That's the Steelers on drugs.
Yeah, but the Steelers I think have a little bit of that. Players have a lot more freedom.
I don't know.
To just be themselves.
Lev Bell didn't want to play. They said, okay, fuck you, sit out. Antonio Brown, okay, fuck you, goodbye. If the Steelers have no interest in re-signing somebody, don't even have interest in tagging, that is a red flag to me. It's almost like when the Patriots let go of somebody in free agency during their peak dynasty time. They know something, and they're one of the most prestigious franchises and smartest run front offices. They know something, we don't.
Snacks. Who do you want the Giants to sign outside of the top tier? Outside of Robinson, Galladay, let's say, I don't think you want Fuller, but
No, I don't want
him and Juju. Let's say those guys. Out of the second tier guys who would
Corey
be
Davis.
Corey Davis?
Yeah.
That's what I assume. That's
Yeah,
so
but the
hard
problem
to
with
get
Corey
excited
Davis
about.
is
It's
he going to
very
be
hard.
your
It's
one?
very hard, huh?
Is he going to be your number one?
That becomes a problem.
That's where it's an issue for
to
me.
me, that's why I want to double down. I want to sign a receiver, whether it's a Galladay or a Corey Davis, and I want to draft a Jalen Waddle or a Pitts or a Devontae Smith at 11. If that's the case, if you sign Corey Davis and then bring in a Pitts or Waddle or a Smith, I am very, very
yeah,
happy.
you guys need two.
We need without a doubt.
It's almost
Without
like
a doubt.
almost all or nothing. Like if you get one mediocre, it's gonna suck. But if you can get two, you're like in a really good spot
for sure. And then Barkley comes back, and I do like Slayton. And Shepard gets opened up a little bit more too. That would be very enticing to
It'd
me.
be interesting. Okay. One other one that I'm interested in your guys' takes on is Curtis Samuel, because to me it feels like, listen, we had the hype train for like 3 years, and then it wasn't until Joe Brady came in and used Curtis Samuel. Like Curtis Samuel needs to be used in order to be Curtis Samuel, like for that to happen. So he's really landing spot dependent. Like if he goes to Washington, Like, what the fuck happens there?
Yeah, I don't care for him
He's
at
just
all.
like another.
He was-
slot
He's
player
a
that
guy
people
who
get
like
hyped up.
we keep talking about this team, but like Packers. I
Green
want
Bay,
him on the
that's who I
Packers.
would. Yes,
That's where I want him.
yes. That's the first team that popped in.
That's
my
where I
mind for
want
Curtis
him.
Samuel.
He's the guy. Like all we talk about is the air yards, and everything for Curtis Samuel, and how he was running all these routes and the balls were being overthrown. And when I beat with Cam and Teddy or Heineke, whoever the fuck was throwing the ball at the time, get Aaron Rodgers, one of the most accurate quarterbacks. Throw him the ball. He will get open.
And
He'll catch the ball.
also was pretty lethal out of the backfield this year too.
He's
And
versatile.
if you do let Jones go, I mean it's another dynamic back there with AJ Dillon. So I love that spot for
I think Curtis Samuel. I highly doubt this works, but like Curtis Samuel in San Fran is pretty funky. Just one of those playmakers. I think they're just trying to hide Jimmy G
I feel
as
like
much as possible.
They already have that with like Debo.
They have that with like everybody.
Yeah,
Kittle,
like he fits their
Kittle,
team.
Ayuk, Debo are all yak guys.
Yeah,
Samuel's just that. So I was just interested.
but then
in
it's
landing
one of those
spot.
things again. Like Jimmy G is now throwing the ball. If that's the case, right now it's who it is. Like
Yeah, well, that's
I
why
like-
it's to get the ball out fucking quick.
Yeah.
And
I hate Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G's.
I'd love to look like Jimmy G. I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah, looks wise great, but like he's another one. His career I think is winding down. He's gonna be a backup soon. Get ready.
interesting.
Get ready for it.
What else we got?
Well, Hunter Henry did not get the franchise tag, which a lot of people thought he was going to, and that's a big name tight end.
The tight end-
the biggest name tight end.
The tight end landscape
not bad.
is interesting. I think like we're gonna see a few teams. The Buffalo Bills.
Bills
came
are
out,
gonna
so
try
they're-
and get him or
The
Joe.
Jaguars make a ton of sense for a landing spot. The Patriots obviously make a ton of
Bears.
sense for a landing spot. The Bears,
No, they have
yeah, I
Cole
mean,
Kmet, so no.
it doesn't matter.
No, they signed. They might go out and
Another
sign Hunter
one.
Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Love that. Yeah.
Possibly trade for Darren Waller too. So
What do you guys think?
Who dare calleth during the show?
What do you got? My accountant actually, probably a very important call. I'm actually gonna take.
He might actually.
Hello.
You are busted, Nick. Your balance is zero.
That's okay. That's
What the fuck does mean?
I definitely uploaded everything. Let me see if I could find a.
Get the fuck out of there. You put one foot in front of the other and move them.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Back to free agent signing. Jonnu Smith, super athletic. Didn't get to work in Tennessee,
Bills.
but also I feel like had the chance, that would be a fun landing spot.
Bills.
where?
Bills.
Jonnu
Buffalo?
Smith. Bills.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's where he's gonna be. Animal instincts.
Why? What?
This is
Snacks,
Tuesday,
what do you think
March
happened?
9th at 1:37 p.m. Jonnu Smith, Bills.
What do you think happened to Dawson Knox? Why do you think he's not getting the cloud he
First
deserves?
of all, Dawson Knox is one of the most underappreciated players of the last 20 years in the NFL.
That's
you think it was
your
a
boy.
personal? You
That
think
is
something
my
happened in the
boy.
Buffalo front office?
I'm sorry?
You think Dawson Knox did something?
He must have. If he's going to be treated like this and they're going to try and bring in these big name tight ends when you have an all-star, all-pro, all-Madden tight end already on your roster.
I think what they should do is just bring in like a big blocking tight end.
He scored
and
the
let-
first touchdown against the Chiefs.
I feel like Dawson Knox is a good pass catcher. I don't know how
He's
good he is
athletic.
at route running.
He's just
but
athletic.
He's
Yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
No one's good at route running.
Like if you're gonna bring in a guy like Jonnu Smith, like I think they will, it's like kind of like you said, like damn, what happened to Knox? He's like 23. I
they
thought
should bring
he
in
was,
Jeremy Sprinkle, game changer.
dude. Sprinkle could probably block.
Sprinkle on top
Honestly,
of that.
Kyle
And then
Rudolph,
trade for Brian Pringle.
not like fancy sexy, but Kyle Rudolph is definitely gonna go
Byron.
somewhere. Where do
Byron.
you think?
Kyle Rudolph?
Yeah, not sexy.
He's gonna go to like Seattle.
That's my boy though. That's
I've
my
never
boy.
seen a better fit than fucking.
Oh, wait. All right. Well, before we
We have a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Whose cousin is Kyle Rudolph. So
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out.
That's
One of the
true.
interns.
Always, dude. If I
that's
get
true.
a chance to bring up Kyle Rudolph,
What about Carlos Hyde?
bringing up Kyle Rudolph. I mean, he's a free agent.
I know.
We'll see what happens.
They're gonna
There's
let
still-
Carson walk in the
There's
resign.
still some room to grow there for him. He's got some
I don't
years.
care what you say about Drew Sample. I want one of these tight ends in Cincinnati.
Gronk.
He's
Damn,
like
re-sign with
Antonio
Tampa
Brown.
Bay.
He's buck or bust.
Right. Where is he? I'm like legitimately ready to draft him as top 5 tight end next year. If you
Yeah, why not?
Honestly,
I'm
No
with you.
risk, no downside.
He's not a blocking.
Everybody
tight end.
loves him.
Not a blocking tight end.
Everybody likes him.
Everybody
he is
likes him.
objectively loved.
Oh, good segue into not yet though. All right, yeah. Honestly, Gronk, I feel you on that. If Gronk is back with Brady with the Bucks, top 5 tight end, why not?
What about Gronk? Gronk to the Patriots makes a lot of sense.
Hate it. I wouldn't do it.
Maybe Brady goes back there too.
They all go back.
They all go back.
They all go by heat, but under one condition: that Belichick's got to be out. Imagine the whole Tampa Bay team. There was like, Bruce, you're coming with us.
We want to go play in New England.
It'd be sick.
That would be pretty funny.
Gronk, Hunter Henry. So where does Hunter Henry land? He seems like a New England guy.
He does seem like a New England guy, but there is nothing to be excited about for any of these guys going to New England.
How about Pittsburgh as a potential tight end landing spot? Actually, no, wait. They signed Eric Ebron last year. I guess that didn't really work well.
Yeah, there hasn't been like a real good tight end actually in Pittsburgh since probably
Indy could be an interesting tight end landing
He's not
spot.
bad.
They have like 4
I
mediocre
feel like
tight ends.
I think Mo Alley Cox and Trey Burton, like, all those guys are free agents.
Jack Doyle, yeah. And if they don't have a lot of playmakers that are proven, so I think an interesting landing spot.
I would
for
love
these
that
guys.
actually, just because of the fact that I'm a history guy, so I'll go back and look at Carson Wentz's history. You look at Zach Ertz; he clearly likes throwing to his tight end.
What about Zach Ertz? He's gonna land somewhere. I don't think he's gonna be in Philly.
I would
he's not
honestly-
going to be in Philly.
Philly can go reunite in Indy. I mean, he can go reunite.
I was just
in
gonna
Indy.
say I would
Ertz
give
to the Reich.
Ertz to like. I would love that. All about that.
I would love you for that.
Ertz to
I
Indy?
honestly have Ertz in
I
our
know.
dynasty
I
league.
traded
So.
him to you.
Ertz to
I
Indy
gave him
with
to you.
Wentz? That's
Yeah,
what
with
I thought.
Wentz.
Yeah.
So I don't think
I'll
Ertz
make
is
that.
dead yet. Everyone's like counting Ertz out,
I think he's close to
trading
dead.
him away for barely anything.
I think he's
and
close to dead.
The Chiefs should sign a second monster tight end.
his name's Deion Yelder. He's like 6'8".
A good monster tight end.
All right.
You have
Deion Yelder sounds like he should be playing basketball.
Tyreek
think he was
Hill,
probably a basketball
Kelsey,
player.
Get another tight end in there. Oof.
But do you want Kelsey to not have 11 receptions,
I don't give a fuck.
118
He's not on my
yards?
team anymore.
That's true.
He's actually on a couple of my dynasty teams. I take that bike.
I also
right.
don't think it
The
really.
Cardinals
Another
could sign a tight end as well. They need
Sneaky, a
Cardinals.
sneaky name here because the guy's athletic. He just never really did a lot. Gerald Everett.
I want him to go to the Falcons bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
I just traded for him in Dynasty because I think obviously landing spot dependent, but I think the guy has enough talent where with the right team, if you land somewhere, I got him for nothing.
He's like a broke man's Jonu Smith, basically.
yeah.
productive
High
guy.
You
upside,
you
athletic
saw
guy.
flashes of it. He didn't get the work. Higbee and him split time, so
He's going to need to go somewhere that is not going to ask him to block whatsoever. So they need like a really hardcore, solid blocking tight end.
yeah. Like if the Packers don't bring back Tunyon, like if Everett goes to the Packers, I'm all over him.
Is Tunyon going to resign? I don't know. Like I almost feel like they're just buying. They're like paying for a ridiculous touchdown rate that he had last year. And everyone in the comment section when I was doing like a free agency preview a month or so ago was like, "No way, Tunyon doesn't land back at Green Bay."
It's one of
And I
those
was
things
like, am I dumb here?
where it's like
Or am I just
we
way too
don't
smart?
know. Honestly, that's an Aaron Rodgers decision. Like he's gonna go to the front office and be like, "Listen, I either want this guy or I don't like
Oh, he
him."
definitely likes him.
Then if he says he wants him, you get him. Because if he's gonna catch 11 touchdowns again or 10
Yeah,
touchdowns,
it'd be like that.
when you're if you're going all in with Aaron Rodgers for the next year or two, you just give him what he wants blindly and then worry about the rest.
You think you think he was behind the AJ Dillon pick?
Definitely,
Love that for him.
definitely.
Okay. Speaking of AJ Dillon, how about Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this before. I don't like him unless he's on the Packers.
Is he getting tagged?
I don't
I feel
think
like
so.
they should tag him. It's like $8.5 million. He's gonna
I think
obviously.
I think the tag's almost like 10.5.
Did it go
11
up that
yeah.
much? I thought for the running back it was 8.5.
And, well, there's a lot of running backs getting signed very recently to huge contracts.
Yeah.
So like the top 5
It could-
contracts
yeah, it
is what
could be
it's
up
right.
there.
Isn't that what a tag is? It's the average of the top 5.
It's average at the top. Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
I'm not a math guy.
So if you think about like, I mean, C-Mac, Cook, Kamara, they've all gotten Derrick Henry,
Derrick
they've all gotten
Henry.
big contracts recently. So that like raised the price of the franchise.
Like if the tag was 8.5,
I'll take
I would say
Tizales.
it's a no-brainer. But
Yeah, I would like to see him be back, but I feel like it's not. I feel like he's going to land somewhere.
football-wise, I think it's a bad move. Especially
just don't
when you
see them
when you
doing
just
it.
poured in a second-round pick for a running back. It makes no sense to give Jones.
Favorite landing
good
spot
contract.
for him outside of
San Francisco.
Green Bay, San Fran, right?
Yeah.
San Fran is
maybe
interesting.
yeah, it's the only place because he'll still
They
be able
got,
to
they got
get.
3 running backs.
I think
that
it's
can't
going to
stay
be
on the
San
field.
Fran or Miami. I'd
Miami,
imagine
yeah.
it'd be one of those two that they land in. I wouldn't hate him in Miami.
No,
Nah,
they need somebody back there. But
They just grabbed Isaiah Wilson, right? The Tennessee
Yes.
first round pick last
I
year.
like
Yeah.
that a lot for them.
Yeah,
it's a great move. It's a
You got a
no
first
risk,
round
no
pick.
I would
risk,
like that for anybody.
what is it?
It's no risk.
Just high
No
reward.
risk, high reward. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They swapped 7th-round picks and the
That's
Dolphins
insane.
got.
Just
Yeah.
for free.
And you know what's crazy? I was
Insane.
reading the article. They're saying that no other team even beat that offer. Like it's not like they
Can't
said,
just
like,
swap a set. What are these people doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
What
I'm
are
a
they doing in
GM,
the front
I'll
office?
give you a 6. I'll give you a 6 right now.
Especially
Who's the fucking
especially
fourth?
for a coach like Brian Flores, who in 2 years has done everything right.
That's wild.
So
even if he becomes like a solid backup, like what's the
Yeah, well,
even
he
if he
has the
doesn't pan out,
off-field
if he
issues
gets
is
cut
the
in training
concern.
camp, you swapped 7ths.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a great trade. You're getting a guy that's supposed to be a first-round talent. That's
Right.
why years ago when La'el Collins, the whole thing with him, I wanted we had the
You
Broncos.
ain't. Trust me, I'm with you. I know.
Broncos had
Same
3
thing.
picks before he got drafted, and we didn't take him any of them.
Love
All those
that.
players are trash now. Quentin Williams, Spencer Williams.
Who else we got at running bike?
Chris Carson.
Yes.
I want him to go to the Bills bad. I
That
think he
seems
would
like a
fit
very
really
logical
well
fit.
in Buffalo. I can't get a grasp on like how I see him or how the NFL sees him. Like a lot of times you'll just see these older running backs who like NFL teams like, you're kind of like used goods, washed up. You're a little bit too old. You got too much work on you. But I feel like Chris Carson's not there yet.
He's very borderline.
Talk to me, Animal.
He's very borderline on that thinking.
My thing is with Chris
I
Carson
think like James Conner is there. I don't think Chris Carson is there.
I will go ahead and say James Conner is there for sure. Chris Carson, I don't even know. I don't have words for it really because on the Seahawks I loved him because he was getting the ball a ton and they were running the ball a lot. Where's he going? Where'd you say? Pittsburgh?
No,
Buffalo?
I said Buffalo. Pittsburgh supposedly loves.
I don't
Javonte
like him in
Williams.
Buffalo because Buffalo's another one. They don't run it enough. Like they run it, but they don't because Josh Allen's running it. Then they have a rotation. You just drafted Zach Moss. You still have Devin Singletary.
I think.
But I think that experiment is evident.
He can, but it doesn't mean they're not going to steal carries from him. Like for football, I love it. For the Bills, as a football team,
that was more of like a football thing. I do think I would draft
for
him if he went to
fantasy. I
Buffalo.
don't think it works
The
for
offense
me.
is just good. Like they're just gonna be on the goal line a lot. So I think
I'm all in on Diggs this year.
Yeah, I mean,
If that wasn't, listen, we were against him last year.
No. I know, but of course,
a take as spicy as ketchup over here.
I'm going to be all over Tyreek Hill this year too. I can tell you that.
I'm all over C-Mac.
Damn.
Wow. There's gonna be no good players left.
Kenyon Drake.
I mean, he was off my board.
Kenyon Drake.
Does he re-sign in Arizona?
If the XFL comes back, then that's where I see.
He's going to sign somewhere.
They're already pumping Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, they are pumping him up hard.
What do you think? I mean, that could be a
tactic. It could be
to negotiate with Kenyon Drake's agent.
No,
he just played for $8.5 million.
I don't know where Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, he's going to sign in like Atlanta. I'm going to be fucking pissed.
It'd be dope.
No,
it'd be dope.
Kenyon Drake fucking stinks. But do we buy into the Chase Edmonds hype?
Yes, I bought into it last year.
Chase Edmonds a lot.
I flipped with.
I was a year early.
I flipped with Brett. He gave me a second round. I gave him my first, and he gave me Chase Edmonds or something. I was like, when Kenyon Drake got hurt last year, they're like high ankle sprain. I was like, all right, I'm gonna trade for Chase Edmonds. Like 1 week later, Kenyon Drake is back, and Chase Edmonds doesn't have a fucking role anymore.
Naturally,
but like, there's no way that they don't add to that backfield if it's just Chase Edmonds and fucking.
Yeah, of course. But I wouldn't think they make a splash.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they're not gonna use a high pick on someone. They'll take a fourth round pick and throw it at some guy.
We'll see.
Throw something on the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah, I think Chase Edmonds is
that's pretty much it for running backs.
Primo.
Does Jameis Winston re-sign with New Orleans? Like, is that his only option?
I don't know.
No, it's the most
option, but
it's the most likely option, and it's probably for him because he's already spent a year there with Sean Payton.
It's almost like I feel like he's gonna have to take a backup role somewhere, but one where the backup team they're gonna give him like a $16-17 million contract, even if it's just to be a backup for a year and then have the chance. Like I don't imagine.
I would love to see him go to Chicago just for the Big Cat tweets, just like on game day on Sunday, just like Big Cat tweeting about
those
Jameis.
Would be elite. Yeah. Jameis, I just like. Listen, he got $1 million from the Saints last year to be the backup. He's not doing that again.
No,
unless the Saints are going to pay him, which I don't think they're capable of doing so.
They're not capable of paying anybody.
They're getting rid of everybody right now.
Yeah,
so
they're restructuring every contract. Yeah. They are cutting everybody.
So as much as I want to believe that like money doesn't matter for NFL teams, like this is one situation where it kind of does.
Yeah. I think it doesn't matter. Because
you still think they somehow find a way to sign
They
Jameis?
always do. They've been doing it
Cap's
year after year.
Cap's very fluid.
So like,
they'll push it back so his salary's
we just
higher
made
then.
this bonus due this time, and now we freed up $18 million.
It's
crazy. I know.
It's why they're in cap hell now because they did that for so long, just pushing guys' contract back and back and back.
Yeah, they got some nerds.
So you're saying
Jameis
there. Saints next year?
I think that's the.
I think it does too.
How about
I can't give you like a reasonable explanation for how it's going to happen or why. But
correct.
Let's do this. If Jameis doesn't go to the Saints, where does he go?
If Chicago whiffs on everybody, then there.
Okay,
Pittsburgh.
That's where I wanted him to go last year. I wanted
Pittsburgh
him to
would be nice, but Chicago's going to be desperate. Like they may give him $15 million.
I mean, they're redoing Ben's contract.
Ben took a pay cut.
Juju's out there. James Conner's going to be out of there.
Ready for the spicy take.
Deontay and Chase are both on their rookie contracts. They could sign Jameis.
The Houston Texans.
I mean,
they trade Deshaun. They bring in Jameis.
That would be such a shit show. That would be the biggest shit show of a team ever.
It makes sense.
But wait, who do they trade with?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Well, because if they trade with Miami and get Tua back, what's the fucking point of having Jameis there?
Well, I don't think they're saying. I'm assuming they don't get a quarterback in the trade. That's the whole point. They trade away
if that's the case, then
knowing they're going to bring in James.
But that's just also
what would happen first?
Move.
Because there's so much risk involved in that perfect storm of the sequence that like if they sign Jameis first, everyone's going to be like, oh, Deshaun's out of there. But if they trade Watson first, then you're like,
You can't sign Jameis and then trade Watson because then teams know that Watson's on them. Like,
But then again, like if you trade Watson, then
unless the trade's already like made and they just don't announce it, like
that's
you know
risky
what I mean?
though. Imagine they traded Watson for no
Extremely
quarterback, and then all of a sudden like
Jameis
Winston
doesn't
just doesn't
go-
sign there.
Well, there's enough where they would still get another quarter. Like Jameis isn't the
Mitch
last
Trubisky?
resort. Yeah, but I'm not saying it's a
Goat.
good option, but it's they have other options. But Jameis,
I don't know. I think the Texans have two options with the Jets and Dolphins, and if they're making trades with one of them and they don't bring back Tua or Darnold, they're just incompetent. I mean, we already know they are.
So we're not even going to talk about Rex Burkhead.
Rex Burkhead. Wow.
Goat. Who's like an off the radar running back that we think can make an impact that we like somewhere?
That's a free agent.
I mean, I was going to say Phil Lindsay, but he's going to be a restricted free agent, so I don't know if he's going to actually
I think
go
you guys
anywhere.
resign him.
I think he's going to stay. Yeah, so
because
I don't
Royce
think.
Freeman's going to be gone.
Yeah, I don't think he goes
Marlon Mack
anywhere.
can make a little splash. I think Leonard Fournette's going to get another chance somewhere.
Problem with Marlon Mack is at the Achilles. Like I just don't
Yeah.
like like who's come back from an Achilles injury as a running back
I don't know.
and like been successful.
James,
That's my biggest
James
issue.
Fournette goes. James White comes in to Tampa.
That
Right.
could make sense. I think Tampa's. Yeah, there's just 0% chance Tampa does not
I'd like
sign
to
some
see
kind of pass catching back.
all right. This is maybe it's no. I'm not even gonna say.
Say it.
I want to see Duke Johnson somewhere relevant.
He's been somewhere already. It doesn't work. He
I
sucks.
can't. Yeah, I can't.
Where
I
was
can't
he?
do it with
In
Duke.
Houston?
Can't do it again. No.
Can't.
The only guy I would say, but we don't think he's going to go anywhere either, is Gus Edwards.
No, he's not going anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere. But he's not like a big flashy name like some people know about him
Falcons
for
are going
sure.
to sign Adrian Peterson, 100%.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I agree. Like that was a happy.
You can
set.
bring in that legendary experience.
I'm pretty sure he's like really in debt right. Like the taxes are fucking him hard. Like that's why he's playing. And he keeps saying like he keeps pretending to do like the Brady storyline where he's like, I just want to play till I'm 40. AP has no choice right now.
He's like, I fucking.
I'm
need this
legit. I think he's like
contract.
$9 million in debt to the government, and all these contracts are like 1 year, $2 million. He's got to play.
It's like, fuck, I need like 6 more years.
He's got to take no income at all for the next 5 years and just keep giving.
He
it
needs
all to the Cubs.
incentives in his contracts.
AP, just start ripping off NFTs. I'd buy your NFT.
Robinson officially tagged. Sorry.
Allen.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Woo! Okay, so he goes back to Chicago.
Breaking news.
Skirt. Damn.
Now say it.
Well, you also said there's a chance. You think there's a chance that they tag him and then trade him.
Correct.
So that's a possibility.
By the way, we did have the dollar bet for Kenny Galladay. My analysis was wrong because I was talking about a completely different lineman on a completely different team. But the result was right. So Snacks, you owe me $1. Put it on the screen, Scott. Dollar bet
Yes,
won.
I do.
First ever in the history of Fade the Public.
that can't
This
be true.
time when we
It's
started.
the only official. Yeah. First ever official in history as of today.
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay, so Rob goes back there.
Due to per Adam Schefter, Bears placed franchise tag on Allen Robinson. Due to per.
All right. So Allen Robinson is staying with the Bears for now. It seems.
So does this give more ammunition to any of the quarterback rumors of trade for Watson or Wilson or something?
I mean, if I was
Can't
Wilson
hurt.
and
No, it
like
cannot
now I know
hurt.
that they tagged Robinson, I would be like, okay, that gives me some type of a reassurance because who the fuck was I throwing it to if they got rid of him? Darnell
Yeah,
Mooney.
so I wonder if that was actually like a piece in order to try for the quarterback, and if that falls through, maybe they move Robinson.
There's so much behind the scenes stuff that we don't know. Like maybe you don't know if they say like they can't.
Is there anything that we do know? Like that's
Well, no, we know
not
nothing
a
at
fucking
all.
thing.
But I mean, well, we know some things. We got animal instincts. Certain things we do know of. But something like that, you don't know how much like are Russ and Allen Robinson talking to each other, texting. There's little things that they say can't happen, they shouldn't do. It's against the rules, but we know it happens. The collusion, the
corruption, collusion.
no. There's another word for it. What's the official rule? The NFL
Tampering.
tampering. Yeah, tampering happens all the time. So we don't know what tampering is going on behind the scenes, but it's happening. Watch out for
I'm
that.
excited to see what happens in Chicago. Unfortunately, if nothing happens at the quarterback position, A-Rob's kind of destined to be boring low-end wide receiver 1.
I feel so bad for that
basically
man.
the same exact outlook as last year.
I
and
really
last
feel
year.
so bad for him.
I mean, playing Blake Bortles and Mitch Trubisky. It's just,
It's also his fault.
his fault.
It is his fault. He had a chance to sign with the Packers
but
instead.
that's
He
like
signed
what
with
we're
the fucking
saying. Is like,
Bears.
it's going to be another year of Allen Robinson with a fucking
Yeah, and then next year he's gonna be 29. Like,
quarterback
it's just-
carousel.
So
Yeah,
if you own him in Dynasty, what now?
I'm trying to trade his ass. Depending, I mean, I would wait.
Yeah,
I want to see what
wait to
happens
see
with the
what happens to
quarterback, situation.
in Chicago, yeah.
But I mean, if it's going to be Mitch Trubisky again or Nick Foles,
Mitch looked pretty good at the
Allen
end.
Robinson for the 105. What side you take?
105. Lock
in
it.
this year's draft.
Lock
Not
it.
next year's, yeah.
Well, is it this year's or next year's?
This year's. What do you mean? The rookie 105 pick, Superflex.
All right.
I'm gonna take 105.
Yes.
I'm also going to take that was 105. I
Yes.
think that was a reach. I think
108.
I'd probably
If you
go
do
as high.
like
If
108?
wherever I can get Rashad Bateman, I think is like a flip for someone 5 years younger.
Okay, right. So
I think I would go with like the 107, 108.
Yeah.
Maybe even high. Ew, God, this is like a really strong top-heavy class. Mm-hmm. The first round, and then it gets a
If
little
you're just
funky.
looking for a straight-up wide receiver replacement, then yeah. I mean,
Not even wide receiver, but I just mean like the value of the tiers in the rookies because it's like Najee, ETN. You got like the 3 or 4 quarterbacks, Jamar Chase. Kyle
what
Pitts.
if Rashad Bateman went to the Bears?
Dude, I think like that would be sick.
Rashad Bateman goes to the Bears.
It's also like I feel like that's not out of the realm of possibility.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happens then? You got Allen Robinson
And Rashad, I just assume Robinson's gone the next year.
Oh, it has to be. Yeah, they wouldn't tag him.
So then
again. He's not
that
gonna
would be
resign
that-
unless
at
they
that
bring in
point,
like
I would
Wilson
love
or
that.
Watson.
I would take Bateman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would probably flip Robinson for like the 107 or something like that. Skirt. Whatever. Fuck this.
Whatever. Fuck.
We don't really care about quarterbacks because when we talked about
Jameis was
quarterbacks,
the only really one that like matters.
we talked about the quarterback market last week and how it's just super saturated right now. We
Yeah.
don't really know what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, a lot of the shit that's already happened played out. Like Ryan Fitzpatrick is supposedly
Like
getting
Dak got
forced into-
signed.
Dak got signed. There's like no one
Ryan
actually left
Fitzpatrick,
there.
a lot of rumors floating around. Could be going to Denver.
Cam Newton's going to be a starting quarterback in the
There.
NFL next year.
Who?
Cam Newton.
What did you just say?
This is ridiculous.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Cam Newton's going to be an NFL starter next year.
I just want you to say it again so that
In
when we
Madden
look back
or
on
in,
this,
in actual real life.
you see
Cam Newton's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL in Week 1 as of 2021, September 7th, opening day, kickoff, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Central Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, USA, Earth, Western Hemisphere, Galaxy, Milky Way. Write
Right.
that shit down.
So here's my thing. You probably are right.
My brain is huge.
You are
That's how
probably
far I
right.
see.
But here's my analysis on it. It's the same thing with the Jameis, like how the Saints are going to make room for the contract. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know why. I don't know, but
You think I'm over here dictating how and why? I just know it's going to happen.
But like, what team? Like, you think he's going to be on the Patriots again? 'Cause I think there's no.
I
chance
think there's
they
a
bring him
chance
back.
he signs with Patriots. I think there's a chance that he is in Washington.
chance.
I don't
There's
think
too many
there's no
quarterbacks
chance.
in the
If
draft.
the Patriots strike
I don't
out
think there is.
everywhere-
I don't think there is. He's like their worst case scenario, but I don't think that's out of the realm of fucking possibilities.
I think their worst case scenario is like drafting Mac Jones or something, like drafting a quarterback
I don't
in the
know if
first
Mac Jones
round.
lasts that far.
Cam to
Well,
Chicago.
whatever. I'm just saying. I just
Chicago,
don't see.
Washington, New England. Probably one of those 3 spots.
Washington, obviously, with the Rivera
How about
ties,
this?
But does Rivera want that?
Dollar bet. Cam is not a starter.
Very anticlimactic,
Week
but
1.
yes. Deal.
Cleaning up over here. I'm cleaning up. All right, that's it for the quarterback market. Cam Newton's a
Voicemails?
bum.
Voicemails.
Yeah, let's get those voicemails and then let's get some herd of goats going.
All right, so I could just send these audio files to this guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, download. Okay.
You can download it right from the computer, not on your phone, though.
All right, you guys hear this?
Yeah.
What up, big dogs? This is Josh out of Columbus, Ohio. Got a message for Snacks. Bet you thought I was going to call you a bitch. Bitch.
Love that.
Love it.
Very
Love
rude.
it.
Very
Where's he
rude.
from? Josh from Columbus?
Columbus, Ohio.
Loser
We
city.
got another Ohioan.
I admit, everybody here in Cincinnati thinks you're a clown, bro.
It's true.
What do you mean it's true? You don't know anyone
I've been to
in
Cincinnati.
You know what?
I know Big Daddy from Cincinnati, Stevens, okay? Relax.
I did tell Scott to cut that part out of the episode, and he didn't. So people are going to... This is going to happen. These things happen.
You're fucking stupid.
Nobody's fault but yours, buddy.
These things happen.
Eddie Lacy
He's
is
fat.
rival number 1 to the brand right now.
Yo, my name is Tarek out of Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wait, are all
Max
3
and
of
I
these
had a pretty good
Ohio's?
back and forth about LeBron James and Space Jam last night
Oh,
on
that's
Twitter.
crazy.
I got a topic for you. If you could take any athlete or athletes and put them in anything animated, who would you put in your favorite cartoons growing up and why? You can include Pixar and Japanese anime. So Eddie Lacy in Food Wars would probably be a good example. Thanks, guys. Peace.
All right, so
This is an interesting question.
my first thought is like I want Gronk as a cartoon character in Hey Arnold. I think he would just be a beast, like
So, like Harold.
dominating in sports. Yeah, like a more ripped up fucking.
Yeah,
juiced
Harold's a
up,
little fat.
like valuable member of their clan. Gronk and Hey Arnold. I'm thinking of like Rocket Power, who could be a good.
Dude, I
Ooh.
You're in my head right now.
What if you
I
I
gave
was trying to think
I
who's
live
like a
in your
skater,
fucking
bro,
head.
like
what if
football
you
player
gave,
that
what
would
if you
work
gave
out.
like Wayne Gretzky's ability to auto rocket? He would be
Ooh.
like the best
Ooh,
fucking hockey
I
player
like
ever.
I like Gretzky. Gretzky and Rocket Power is good.
Or Tony Hawk and
Ooh, they
Twister.
had Tony Hawk and Rocket Power.
They did have Tony Hawk.
That was an awesome
Wait,
episode.
why? I think the point is like taking the person and putting it into the cartoon. Like you don't have
Yes.
to put them. It's not like Space Jam where you suck the powers into somebody else.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what about LeBron James in Space Jam?
Fuck
Ooh.
off?
Ooh, yeah, that's a possibility. I think they've talked about doing that
We're
before.
not talking about
What about
that.
Yao Ming in Good Burger?
Well, it's not a
It's
cartoon.
not animated.
We can make it a cartoon.
I was thinking.
I get the question. Okay, so I would want.
It's just like like who would be?
Yeah, I got it. I was thinking because he started off with the Space Jam. I was thinking putting the town. Okay, I got it. I mean, yeah, Gretzky in Rocket Power. That'd be electric. Played a lot of hockey. Shaun White in Rocket Power.
What cartoons are there? Like I feel like I didn't really watch.
Yeah, so I'm kind of drawn. Like,
Ed and Eddie, who's like the dumbest. I feel like I'm just gonna put Gronk in every cartoon.
Well, I'll put
actually, Gronk and Ed and Eddie would probably make the most sense.
Yeah.
What's like
Chris Paul in Dexter's Laboratory?
Why Chris Paul?
What? Really?
Why Chris Paul?
Really smart guy.
What's like an edgy cartoon? What's like an edgy cartoon?
South Park's like the edgiest.
Beavis and Butthead.
Family Guy.
Oh wait, there's got to be two like stupid ass. How about Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Beavis and Butthead?
I was thinking where can we put Antonio Brown? That's why I was like, what's more edgy?
But it's, so the question is like you're putting them in the show. So like Beavis and Butthead are already there. So like they have to mesh with the characters.
Yeah, that's fine. They can mesh with them. They're both so stupid. Each of them have like CTE. Beavis and Butthead are. I mean, CTE might not even be the word for what Beavis and Butthead have. I recently just watched Beavis and Butthead Do America.
It's a great
Phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal movie, yeah. It's classic.
So
American
good.
Classic.
Who would fit into SpongeBob?
Michael Phelps.
Wow. What the fuck?
Bro, same.
It's a layup.
Michael Phelps. Wow. What the fuck? Bro.
I was so off there. Like I don't know who I was thinking of, but
Well, we just immediately went to water.
That was really impressive.
We immediately went to water.
I think you know what? I'm done after that. That's
I was
good.
gonna say we should end it on that.
That's good.
All right, so those are the voicemails we will try to get to, answer, and
Send some fucking more.
Yeah, send some more.
And if you're from Ohio, don't send.
201-644-6202. 201-644-6202. Data restrictions may apply. What's the last thing? Herd of goats.
Herd of Goats, we're doing objectively loved people. So people that, you hear the name, you go, I love them.
Celebrities,
that's good,
athletes, famous people, animals' mother.
Anybody.
All love. Only love. Nobody hates them. And I believe I start off the rip,
You
right?
will start us off with the G1, sir.
Yeah, I will once I remember who I chose.
You want to see it?
You
I
have
know
the
who he
list?
chose. Terrible choice.
Oh, Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri, number one. Between his vocabulary, the phrases that he has. I realized the common denominator between this list is just people who smile a lot. The more you smile, the more everybody kind of loves you. He's like, I think his weight plays a role. You either have to be like really skinny or like fat in order to be objectively beloved.
Because you see Guy, you just see like a happy dude eating food, just like he. Just
Everyone loves
it.
food. Everyone
Yes.
loves food. So it's like he's already doing a subject that everybody loves. His hair is just like out of control.
I think the biggest
his
thing is he's
attire, his persona, himself, the way he
The
looks.
Hawaiian
yo.
shirt.
he's super passionate about what he does, and you can see it when he
also a good guy. Like
Yeah.
him linking up with like the Barstool Fund and
PMT,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
just
does a
think
lot of
Guy
stuff.
Fieri objectively loved G1.
Yeah, that's fair. So G2, Keanu Reeves. I mean, if you don't like Keanu Reeves, you're an asshole. There's something wrong with you if you don't like Keanu Reeves. The guy's just a nice guy. Like you always hear about him doing charity, donating, like buying the dog adoption things. He's always doing shit. Makes amazing movies also. Side note. What do you mean?
You're right. He makes
does make
amazing movies. He is borderline good actor in a lot of the movies, though.
Well, let's pump the brakes on that. What do you mean?
His performances have been questionable in some.
Have you
Oh,
even?
whoa.
I don't have time for this.
I'm not doing.
Wait, I saw the most ridiculous side note.
Not doing Keanu slander.
There's a movie on Netflix where it's like,
Knock knock.
is that with the two girls?
It's the best movie ever made.
It's the most insane movie of all time. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think he
What
was
a scenario.
blackmailed by in Hollywood that made him do that movie?
First of all, we talked about that on Animal's House,
did.
not to like ramble
Oh, did
here,
you?
but
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we talked
No,
about
no,
that how I had an entire thing set up. Like I wanted to take pictures with a fake family and set them up around my house just in case one day two girls knock on my door for a threesome to try and blackmail me.
No, but I mean, like, Keanu Reeves.
Chess, not checkers.
Why
great.
would Keanu Reeves agree to do that movie?
Well, because-
someone had to have had black in Hollywood. Someone's like, "You're doing my movie. You're
think
doing
he's-
my movie,
I
Keanu."
think
He's
Eli
still
Roth
getting
is
I think
the
he's
director.
still getting over the fact that he had to be a part of witnessing a young boy die, and he's trying to recoup with some sex.
Fucking hardball.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen,
He's trying to recoup with some.
Did you
sex.
see the female co-stars?
21 years later.
Yeah.
Beautiful women.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's
that's
also
why.
Keanu Reeves, and he can have girls that are 10 times
He doesn't
hotter than
need
those
to
guys.
make the movie.
anytime
First
he
of all,
goes
do
out.
you know who Anna de Armas is? Because there isn't anyone hotter than her.
So you're the one who brought up the girls, not me, as the point.
I'm a pig.
But like you're ruining your own argument. All right, whatever. He's
I'm a
objectively
pig.
loved. Go. G3.
Tom Hanks. What's not to say about Tom Hanks? I mean,
Dude, the whole world stopped when he got COVID.
I was going to bring that. When he got COVID, we're like, oh shit, this is
diagnosis
real.
heard around the world.
This is real. Just a fun-loving guy. He's like quietly funny. You know, he doesn't do like comedy movies like that. But you see when he went on David Letterman, is actually one of my favorite interviews he did, and it was hysterical. He's just a funny guy. Great movies. Forrest Gump, one of the all-time best. Was it big?
That's when he was on the piano.
Oh, terrific.
Yep.
Terrific. Hanks is an all-world actor, and then after that, Adam Sandler, possibly the most down-to-earth celebrity. You see what he dresses like us. He never looks flashy. He looks disgusting. He's always funny. He's always laughing. He makes the dumbest movies in the world, and they're all great. Adam Sandler. Those are my two.
Back-to-back actors for snacks.
Very nice. All right, 0-2. Morgan Freeman. I mean, he's just the voice that everyone knows the voice. Everyone knows the face. You've seen him and everything. He's a fantastic actor. Great person, I'm assuming. I actually don't know. I just haven't really heard anything bad about Morgan Freeman. I mean, I don't Google him a lot, so I wouldn't know.
There are 7 deadly sins, Captain. Gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy.
What movies?
Just in general, Morgan Freeman. Like,
he's one of those dudes. He probably had like a murder charge in 1982 or something.
Yeah, and some
I can
people
see Morgan Freeman being a huge dick in
really?
real life. Yeah.
Well, I just haven't heard anything bad about him. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like you say Morgan Freeman, like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
He's the man.
I know who Morgan Freeman is. I know the voice. Yeah.
Oh, so you're going heavy on the audio here. You took a strategy you didn't even know you were doing.
Not on purpose.
You fell in love. You're a voice guy, huh?
You are.
Some of these voices
You're
just
big. Are you an ASMR guy? I know we've had this conversation.
No,
before,
absolutely
but you should
not.
be.
But I am a guy.
Fair
Real
enough.
quick, what was Morgan Freeman's best movie?
He wasn't the star, but I mean, Shawshank
Shawshank.
Redemption.
I would say yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It has to be.
he wasn't the main
Not
character.
the main.
but,
Andy
yeah,
Dufresne was, but
his
yeah.
best movie. Yes,
All right. 03. 7 hours of commercial-free football.
it's a good one.
You want to talk about Scott Hansen?
Football.
Bringing people together, man.
He really does.
I'm not even sure what it is about him that's so objectively loved. It might be the fact that like we all fiend for that football on
I think
Sunday.
it's because he's on Red Zone.
Yeah, he's just like a really energetic guy who just never lets
he's in
down.
our living room where we watch football for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, he's giving
Every
us something
Sunday.
that we all want. So like, why
Yes.
would we? Who wouldn't like him?
And
Yeah.
he seems
Maybe-
like when he's doing he's fun, energetic,
I want to play a little devil's
and he was
advocate
also
here.
phenomenal when you interviewed him. So it's like, you know,
How do you feel? You think maybe like just girlfriends and wives all over the world hate him
Girlfriends because
because
we
we-
love him
we
so
spend
much.
because we're all
time,
just
yeah.
like watching him? Like
They might like
you
watching him as
Scott
much
more
as we
than
do.
me.
Hey, Scott's
Yeah.
a handsome guy too.
Yeah, he's a lot of Ivan Drago to him, bro. I really like him. I respect him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think,
no, I'm all
He's a
about
good
it.
dude. I was a fan of
I
this
do
pick.
wish he's a great guy. I do wish he had a little bit more like edginess to him. Like he dropped some things on
He's
air.
like a nerdy guy.
Where you were just like, oh, Scott, that was like funny, but like I didn't expect it from you.
Yeah.
You know, like I wish there was a little less like political correctness to him.
Well, that's
Right.
probably
He
just
could-
because
he
he
could
works for the
definitely go
NFL.
deeper.
Yeah.
Dude, if he like worked for like Barstool, like you'd see probably
like
different
you know,
side of
he's
him.
like a wildly intelligent guy. He probably has that side to him, but doesn't show
He's got
it.
he's got the best job in the country, and if he says just a little mix up, God forbid, in 2021 gets canceled, he
Yeah.
loses that job. Forget it. No,
Yo,
worth it.
imagine
I
Scott
could
Hansen
understand.
getting canceled.
Oh, that would be heartbreaking.
I would fight for that.
I'll protest.
Was that
Yeah, I
we were thinking about something like that, right? Like the next people to get canceled.
Yeah.
People were probably getting canceled soon. I like that as her goes. All right, A1.
That's why he got
Oh,
up.
terrible idea.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun.
And the laptop too.
Oh, all over the laptop.
Yeah, and the keys. It's gonna be in the it's gonna be in the mechanisms.
Salt Bay.
Oof.
Salt Bay.
Oof.
Listen, he got he was too well liked that
If
you
we
guys
did
don't
Herd
like
of
him
Goats
now.
like 2 years ago, you would have ran away with it.
Salt Bay stole the world's heart when he first broke out.
Motherfucker.
Breakout celebrity.
Ooh.
Listen, the way he cuts the meat, that doesn't ever get old.
The meat cutting
meat-
is better than the salt.
Yeah.
You know what
By
though?
far.
You could follow steak videos on Instagram. They do that all the time.
Yeah,
you don't need
but
Salt
You
Bae
could
for
listen
that.
to tons of voices
but the
on
aura
on
of him,
Not
the
all the-
aura of Salt Bae.
Salt Bay. He's like I mean, he's just well groomed. He's fucking well put together. Dude's fucking
Yeah.
ripped too.
I bet you a lot of people hate him.
They hate him because they wish they were him.
No, you just waste a ton of salt, man. It's not cool.
Who wastes salt? No such thing as wasted salt.
No such thing as too much salt.
You waste that shit. All right, Salt Bae,
Salt
A1.
Bay, A1. Listen, my first two were too fire that
He ain't
you guys
gonna
need
win.
to catch up.
He's not winning.
What's your next one?
All right, so A2, Sir David Attenborough.
Who?
Who the fuck is that
So
Is that a Prince?
So he's Scott. I'm gonna need you to play his voice somewhere.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
In here, so people know he's knighted. He's the man who does all the voices for basically every nature documentary you've ever seen. You hear his voice all over the place. He's on commercials. He's on documentaries. You know him. You love him. Who doesn't like David Attenborough? He just loves Earth and nature, and he just wants to tell you about it.
Antarctic minke whales. Their pointed heads and short dorsal fins give them speed and endurance. And they need both. There are other whales here, too. Killers.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
He's spectacular.
Can't hate him if you don't know him.
It's a rigged contest. I never win. David Attenborough.
Would never have known who that was.
You know who he is.
I do now.
You know the voice, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so what do I got?
Universally loved.
A3? A3, we're sticking. A3 and T1,
That
we're
took way too
sticking.
much. I didn't realize how big the Himalayan salt was. Like, it's thick.
Himalayan salt's
It's
good
like
salt.
it's like the hail of rain for salt.
Yeah, you need that pink Himalayan
We are
salt.
sticking in the acting field. I'm going for actors because they're all amazing. And Will Smith, A3.
No originality.
Well,
Also, I want you guys to judge my Salt Bae choice on the originality
win.
factor. They're all
I
actors.
also have to play devil's advocate on this one because I think Will Smith was cool until like 6 months ago when he, whatever that happened, entanglement thing happened.
I
think a lot
actually
of
think that made people like him more because
Nah.
they
He was not
looked
the
at-
one who cheated.
Right,
No,
they looked
but-
at Jada Pinkett like, "Wow, you slut scum," and then Will Smith like, "How could anybody do it to Will
The
Smith?"
crying meme was the best thing that's happened to Will in a
Yeah,
long
well,
time.
it was phenomenal.
I disagree.
Hey, dude, Fresh Prince, West Philadelphia, born and raised, where playgrounds,
Yeah, I
where I
know.
spent most of my
I
days.
know the show. I watched
It's
it.
a great show. He's just a great.
He's been around for a long time.
He's been around for a long time, and you've never heard a bad word about him.
No.
I never have. He's never been in a scandal, nothing. So he's an 8-3, and then T1, I think. Honestly, I don't know how he lasts until the last round because Denzel Washington. Who the hell doesn't love Denzel Washington?
For the record, Denzel was your A3. Will Smith was
Okay,
your T1.
fine. A3, T1. Either way, should not have lasted that long. I don't think he's been in one bad movie.
That's not true. He's definitely been in some bad movies.
Maybe,
I don't know if
maybe
he's
not
been in a
some
bad movie, but he's got
I
a few
think-
fives out there.
I think he's got the how do I word this? The most great movies.
If you were going
I
to take,
agree.
sense?
if you were going to take like the herd of goats of Denzel's movies versus other people's herd of goats of their movies,
Right,
be good.
correct.
Yes.
Correct. So Denzel's there. Never a bad word about him. Great actor. Beautiful man. Everything you need to know. Denzel. T1.
All right. T2, another beautiful man, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq. Everybody loves him.
This is a
really
good
like
one.
this one.
This is a good
This
one.
is one of those ones where you can take Shaq anywhere in the world.
It's the first
and,
good one you've ever chosen.
and people know who he is, and they go, "That guy, I love that guy. He's awesome. He's hysterical. He's huge. He's funny."
Is he still a cop?
He was never.
It was like fake. No, dude, he became a cop.
I don't think he did.
No, he did.
Maybe for like a.
Steen went to academy with him.
I think you're thinking of like there was one movie where he was like dressed up as a cop
He
with
was
like hair.
No, they did like a fucking documentary about this. I feel like.
That's Steven Seagal.
You think I would get fucking Steven Seagal and Shaq confused?
Steven Seagal should have been on this list too.
Steven Seagal's a real cop. Well, it was.
What is that video of like somebody like trying to like get at Steven
Shaq's
Seagal
police
and he
career. In
just-
2005, O'Neal was named an honorary U.S. Deputy Marshal after he attended the Los Angeles County Reserve Academy so he could work as a reserve officer within the Los Angeles Port Police or whatever.
So he was a reserve officer, so he was a crossing guard. That's what he was.
Shaquille O'Neal, now a part-time police officer in Florida. All right, well, what I said had some fucking merit to it.
Like he can't even fit in the squad car. What are they doing with him? Like
No.
they're making a
Fucking
special
ripped it.
car.
That's why he does it in Florida. Rip the top
Shaq
off.
is
Don't
a
say
great
the car's
one.
topless. Say the titties is
Now,
out.
is this mostly due to like what you see from him on commercials? Like you see him dancing and having fun, and there's videos with his kids,
I mean,
and they're
he's
all jumping up on.
He's everywhere. He's just a fun, energetic
He is.
guy. Like who? If you're like with Shaq, you're having a good time.
Yeah,
like you're having a
absolutely.
good time. If you're watching Shaq, you're liking what you're watching because it's funny.
Big
He's-
Shaqs only.
Yeah.
Inside the NBA, I don't real quick. I know because like he's the mainstay on there. They did a documentary like behind the scenes of that show.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have watched that yet.
Yeah, I watched it.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna round this out.
Finish it up, baby.
T3 is Steve-O. Steve-O, I actually think if you got maybe he doesn't have the biggest audience, but if you went pound for pound, I think he is the least hateable person possibly in the world. Is there anyone that dislikes Steve-O?
I mean, I'm sure there are.
No, there's not. I asked everyone.
The
I love Steve-O.
The
I
man
respect
tried
the hell out of
killing
Steve-O.
himself to make us laugh.
All he does is fuck around and like now he's got his shit together. But he's another guy who's I think he's got one of those infectious smiles where Steve-O can do no wrong except to himself.
And
he laughs.
His voice and his laugh is like very infectious. Yes, that's a good one. Steve-O's good.
No, I'm not against it at all. I love Steve-O.
All right, so
Johnny Knoxville should be up there too.
Yeah, he's a little less impactful though.
Yes.
I feel like.
Without a doubt. But I mean,
so I was trying to think of like there's probably so many people that don't know who Johnny Knoxville is. They never heard of him.
I debated
like
with Steve.
Everyone's heard of Shaq.
I think younger generations actually might not really know who
they
Steve
probably
is.
don't. To
Like,
be honest with you,
maybe people that are 5 to 7 years younger than us.
Yeah, 100%.
That's nuts.
They probably didn't watch Jackass.
Yeah, that's
like
what
Viva
I mean.
La Bam, Jackass. All those shows weren't on. CKY.
Wow.
All right.
They don't know like Rod Deirdre. Oh my god.
No, dude.
We need you to cast your votes for Herd of Goats.
Terrible.
Who takes it home? Drop comments down below. We're gonna put out
where are we gonna put this?
A vote on Twitter. We'll put it on the Big Dog's Twitter, and then we'll all retweet it or whatever. So we'll get that going. Make sure you're following the Big Dog's Twitter at BDGE _.
Any if you have any herd topics, comment below
that you'd like us to do. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. For anyone that won the Monkey Knife Fight giveaways, I will be emailing you shortly. We love y'all. Until next time.
Salud.
This is going to be the end of the road for a lot of salmon. These bears are really hungry. They haven't tasted salmon for 10 months, and the big males battle for the best fishing spots. The longer the salmon take over their journey upstream, the weaker they become. And these falls present them with their biggest challenge yet. Although the falls aren't very tall, the bears hold the high ground. The salmon make short, exploratory leaps to see where the bears are. But they don't always get it right. This mother bear has been waiting months for this moment.